different subject than what we had already done. We did the Sinbad picture and several others.
By that you mean the seventh
Cover,
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
So then we decided that Wells, I brought the book, and we looked it over, and we talked it over, and Charles interested in Columbia in putting up the money.
Had you done some sketches by that point? Is that how you worked with the
I did some sketches, and then we got Nigel Neal, and he wrote the script originally.
Is Nigel Neal a familiar name to anyone here? He's an English writer.
He's an English writer, and he did that television, what was it?
Quatermass?
Quatermass Experiment, yes.
There's a funny thing here, which is that Ray did a picture, as you well know, called 20 Million Miles to Earth. Fantastic, one of the early pictures. Nigel Neal wrote a picture and filmed it called Quatermass in the Pit. When it came to America, it was called 5 Million Years to Earth. And I always found that incredibly confusing.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, that was a wonderful picture. So how did you work with him as a writer? I mean, obviously...
Well, I would make sketches like I usually do, and then Joe Schneer and the writer and myself would get together, and after he wrote 10 or 15 pages, like most of our scripts were developed that way. Our pictures are not what you'd call a director's picture in the European sense of the word. Our pictures are created by Charles Schneer, myself, and the writer. The three of us get together. The director is called in later, and if he has some ideas about it, why, we incorporate them and rewrite the script. So it's a different way of making pictures than the standard type of picture.
Yeah. So
that's all done but with necessity, because there's an expensive way of making pictures and there's an inexpensive way of making pictures. So we tried to do, we were always associated with low budget pictures, so we had to keep the cost down in order to get finance, because fantasy wasn't very popular.
Right. Were there some expensive things you had thought of doing here? I mean, I'm not missing anything, but were there some expensive things you did?
Well, we got more money than we usually had for our black and white period. And we had to shoot everything. We shot it at Shepperton Studios.
So how does the director fit into this?
Well, we got Jerry Duran. He'd done The Seventh Voyage for us, and he worked out beautifully with it. I think it's one of his best pictures that he directed. The main thing is that he handles the actors very well. And they're all wonderful and professional. Lionel Jeffries is a delight to see.
Was he the first person that came in?
Caper, I don't know about the detail because I was making background plates.
I see.
I didn't get in on the details, but we ended up with the final script that we shot at Shepperton.